Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I want to share with you my current vitamin C skincare routine. Vitamin C is an amazing active ingredient. It'll brighten the complexion, bring back that vibrancy and luminosity. It can fade hyperpigmentation, dark spots and discoloration, and if used correctly, it can boost collagen and elastin for some great anti-aging benefits. I would never be without my vitamin C, but lots of you guys ask me questions day in, day out about how to layer it, what you can and can't use it alongside, and which type of vitamin C to choose. So I thought the best way to show you and answer all those questions is to demonstrate my current morning skincare routine incorporating vitamin C. Sit back, relax, let's start my vitamin C skincare routine. Now before we delve into all of this, I would love to know, do you want to see more full skincare routines here on Mad About Skin? If you do, let me know by reaching down and giving this video a big thumbs up and a like. I always want to create the content that you guys enjoy watching, and whilst I love talking about skincare, sometimes the very best way of demonstrating things is to do it on my own skin with a full routine. This is the sort of thing you want to see. Sound off in the comments section below with any particular skincare routines you'd love to see me show. Now, without further ado, shall we cut that waffle and delve straight on in? When it comes to vitamin C, it's not as complicated as people have you believe it is. I see people agonising over the type of vitamin C they want to reach for, how to apply it in their routine, stripping it back to basics because they think they can't use it with any other actives. None of this is true. Honestly, vitamin C is really flexible, and I want it to be a core part of everyone's skincare routine because it can give so many great benefits. There are a few things that you need to be aware of when you're pairing it alongside some other actives, and I'll talk about that as we go through this routine. My current skin concern is about anti-aging. I want to boost the firmness and elasticity, eliminate some of those fine lines and wrinkles. But even into my 37th year here on planet Earth, I still do get breakouts and suffer with adult acne. So I also use my vitamin C to fade any acne scarring and hyperpigmentation that I have. I've got on top of a lot of my hyperpigmentation issues, so now I'd say I'm more in a maintenance phase, preventing further pigmentation rather than tackling what already exists. And vitamin C plays a key role whether you're trying to eliminate hyperpigmentation or just maintain the great results that you've got. Vitamin C will kind of be the core ingredient you're looking for. So the best place to start when it comes to a vitamin C skincare routine is of course by choosing a vitamin C serum. Now I think that this is going right back to basics, but it is worth covering. I shared some of the key differences between different forms of vitamin C in a recent video, which I'm going to leave a link to up there. Check that out to help you choose the right one for your individual needs. But kind of to simplify it all down, there are two key forms of vitamin C: pure form, ascorbic or L-ascorbic acid, and vitamin C derivatives. If you have a super sensitive skin type or you're new to vitamin C, play it safe. Reach for a vitamin C derivative. You might have to have a little patience because they take longer to work, but in the long term, you'll get the same great results. If you've got a more resilient skin type that isn't prone to sensitivity, reach for an ascorbic or an L-ascorbic acid serum because that way you'll get quicker, enhanced results. You don't have to wait the same amount of time as with a vitamin C derivative, and you shouldn't get too much sensitivity as long as you pair it right and layer it correctly in your routine. Whatever form you go for, it'll be down to individual choice and skin type, but don't overpay. Brands would have you believe that you need to pay top dollar in order to get maximum results. You don't. Today I'm going to be using this product, which is the ordinary ascorbic acid 8%, alpha-arbutin 2%. A wonderful serum that cost me £8, super drugstore and affordable, and will last me like 2 months. So this is all you really need to be paying for an effective vitamin C. Just choose the right form to match your skin's needs. Now the first step in a good vitamin C skincare routine is with an exfoliating acid. Now I know this sounds a little bit odd because often you don't hear people say that's how you start a routine, but vitamin C is pH sensitive, particularly ascorbic and L-ascorbic acid. It needs to be in a low pH environment in order to effectively penetrate the skin, get to where it needs to be in order to deliver all those amazing benefits. Now most vitamin C serums are already formulated in a low pH anyway to kind of give it that helping hand, but you can get a little extra bang for your buck if you use an exfoliating acid or acid cleanser beforehand to just naturally lower the skin's pH a little bit to kickstart your vitamin C. Now, if you want to cleanse, this is a really good product. This is the Medicate Surface Radiance Cleanser. Super gentle. It dials back the skin's pH ever so slightly, but it's certainly not really aggressive. And it uses polyhydroxy acids, which are some of the most gentle exfoliators around. In fact, this is so gentle you can use it every single day, which I personally love. On a morning, I tend not to cleanse. I just give it a quick splash of water to freshen everything up. So to kickstart this routine, I'm going to go in with this. This is the Medicate Press and Clear Exfoliating exfoliating 2% toner. So this has salicylic acid in a 2% concentration in a low pH. You can actually use any exfoliating toner. The reason I'm using this one is it just seems to work really well for my skin, and I do enjoy the fact that this comes with a low pH standard, so it's going to be kick-starting that vitamin C. Now for this, obviously I'll take my glasses off and I just give a quick pass of this across the skin. It's nice and exfoliating. That BHA will help minimize any congestion and breakouts that you might have, and overall it's just a really nice and gentle product. Now in today's skincare routine, I'm going to be missing my forehead and my nose. I had a little bit of laser treatment in these areas, and I'm keeping it super simple just while everything heals. So normally I would take this all over my face, but for today only we are going to be missing the forehead and the nose, so don't read me to filth in the comment section below. This doesn't sting, it doesn't prickle or anything. It's just a really effective product that over time will just bring down that skin's pH to give your vitamin C just the maximum chance of success. Now, while that toner gets to work lowering the skin's pH, I'm going to put just a little bit of eye cream on. So this is the Face Facts Ceramide Eye Cream 99p. Yes, you heard it right, 99p. And this actually has more ceramides in than the CeraVe equivalent. So if you're a fan of the CeraVe eye cream, but you don't necessarily want to pay CeraVe prices, get some of this in your life. It is so good. Feels great under the skin and will just hydrate, and also provides a little bit of a barrier in case any of that vitamin C gets up into the delicate eye area. We don't want that, so we protect it first by using an effective eye cream. So that toner has now got to work. The skin's pH has been brought down ever so slightly, and so we're now free to put our vitamin C on, knowing it's going to be getting to work straight away. So like I said, I'm going in with the ordinary one, which is one of my favourites at the moment. I also really love the Geek and Gorgeous Sea Glow. That is such a special product that actually has some additional antioxidants thrown in for free, which I love. It's a slightly higher concentration. I think the reason this one is particularly special is it's a mid-strength ascorbic acid, so you won't get a lot of prickling and irritation. It's suitable for almost everyone, but it uses a 2% concentration of alpha-arbutin alongside it, which is amazing at tackling hyperpigmentation. So you kind of get in a 2-for-1, and I find that the addition of the alpha-arbutin means that you get results way in excess of what you'd normally expect for like an 8% vitamin C without any additional sensitivity, which I absolutely love. So I'm going to put 2 drops. I'm just going to work it into the skin. Now, people say, do you have to pat it? Do you have to rub it in? I personally am a little bit vigorous with this serum because it has got a really rich base that I think takes a little bit longer than usual to sink in. So don't pat, just gently work it in. Don't be too forceful, but like I say, just work it into the skin and it feels so good. Vitamin C, particularly pure form vitamin C's, might have a slightly odd scent to them. Some of them, people say it's almost like hot dog water. I don't think it's that bad, but that is just the natural scent from that vitamin C. So unless you reach for a fragranced one, just be aware of that. It hasn't gone off. This is a question I get asked all the time. Doesn't mean it's gone off, spoiled, you need to throw it out. This is just the natural scent that comes with vitamin C. Just let that sink in and do its work. I've chosen an 8% because I find that that gives me maximum benefits, minimum risk of irritation. If I was going to go in for like a 20%, I would just use it less frequently. So this is the sort of product you could use every single day if your skin tolerates it. With higher percentages, I'd probably use them every other day or something like that. The key thing here is really listen to what your skin's saying. Is your skin enjoying it? Is it super inflamed and irritated after using it? If it is, it's a sign that it's either the wrong product or you're using it too frequently. If your skin at the end is in nice and equilibrium, that's all good. With a vitamin C, you should expect a little bit of warming on the skin. That's perfectly normal. And if your skin just turned ever so slightly red, again, nothing to panic about. That doesn't mean that it's inflamed and irritated. It just means that as you're working the product in, the blood flow is going, which can give a very temporary reddening, but that should lessen after like 1 or 2 minutes. Any longer than that, again, maybe it's a sign that it's not the right product for you, but this one just works to perfection. So straight after my vitamin C, I'm going to incorporate an azelaic acid. Now, one of the key tips I always give people with vitamin C, particularly if you're using it to tackle hyperpigmentation, dark spots and discoloration, is don't use it in isolation. Whilst it's a wonderful pigment corrector, I don't ever find it's enough on its own. So use another great pigment correcting active, such as azelaic acid, alongside it to get the maximum benefits. This is the Skinnerin, which is actually prescription only. I'm just using this up. I will probably go to like a 10 or a 15% concentration rather than a 20% after this, and there's some really great options on the market. Covered some of my favourites in a video, which again I'm going to link up there if you want to find the best azelaic acid for you. General rule, I will probably go for 10%, will work for almost everyone. 5% great if you've got a very sensitive skin type or for maintenance, and 15% if you've got very stubborn melasma and hyperpigmentation. I think 10% is like that sweet spot. I got this from my dermatologist and I just want to use it up. 20%, a little bit too high in my opinion. I do get some prickling, but it disappears after a couple of minutes, so it's not too much of a problem. Now, as a general rule of thumb, I like to leave 60 seconds between each serum application in my routine. You know, some serums absorb better than others, and so that 60 seconds is a general rule rather than like a hard and fast one. If you're in a rush, you absolutely can cut that down to say 30 seconds. But if you have the time to spend, I would say let the products actually get into the skin, absorb, get to work before putting the next one on top of it. That azelaic acid to sink in, getting to work on the skin. I'm next going to go in with this. This is the PSA Skin Liquid Panacea, a centella asiatica based serum. Now, if you're reaching for vitamin C, particularly ascorbic or L-ascorbic acid, you have to use it alongside centella asiatica for a couple of reasons. One, vitamin C in its pure form can be a little irritating and sensitizing on the skin. Centella is calming and soothing, so it'll offset any irritation you might get. But the main reason is recent studies have shown if you combine centella and vitamin C together, it actually quadruples the amount of additional collagen your body produces versus just using vitamin C in isolation. So if you want like 4 times the amount of anti-aging benefit from your vitamin C, just throw in a centella serum at the same time. This one is like a mid-price centella, but I like it because it's also got some kombucha for some adding calming and soothing. And this one's currently buy one, get one free at the moment. I'll link it like I will all the products in the description box below. But yeah, PSA Skin, buy one, get one free on the whole line. So if you did want to stock up on this, now is definitely the time to do it. One pump is probably all you need, and it comes out in a really nice milky consistency, which I just work gently into the skin. It's instantly calming, soothing, nice little additional hydration boost, and this gets the skin really plump, dewy and glowing, which I absolutely love. Now we're going to come on to the contentious part of this skincare routine. If I had a pound for every single person that asked me, can I use vitamin C and peptides together, I would be a multimillionaire by now. In truth, there is so much fear mongering about not pairing vitamin C and peptides, it gets so confusing. I'm here to say once and for all, yes, you can use peptides in the same skincare routine as vitamin C. There was a study done quite a few years ago that people took out of context to kind of come up with this idea that you can't. In truth, in order to denature a peptide, you need a low pH environment, which you might be getting from that vitamin C, but you also need intense heat and intense pressure. Neither of those two things exist, and so you're not going to be breaking apart and denaturing your peptides by using it alongside your vitamin C. So if we could just clear that up at this point, and I always use peptides in my morning routine alongside my vitamin C. By this point in the skincare routine, your skin is already at or returned to a normal pH anyway. You lower the pH at the start using that exfoliating acid. You applied your vitamin C to capitalise on that low pH and get maximum penetration. Then applied your azelaic acid and that centella serum, which returned the skin to its natural pH or thereabouts. And now you can put your peptide on. So even if there was any truth to that study, which there isn't, honestly, by this point, your skin is absolutely fine and ready to receive that peptide. And today I'm going in with the ordinary multi-peptide plus hyaluronic acid serum, which is a great multi-peptide product for those days where you just want an all-in-one peptide, not have to layer multiple ones into the same routine. Again, I just tend to pat this on top of that centella, and it is such a nice finish on the skin. Some people say that this serum is a little bit tacky, which, yeah, if you were to use it in isolation, maybe it is. But actually, I find if you put a product on top of it, it sinks in really, really well, and that tackiness disappears. There are lots of other different peptide formulations on the market, so you don't necessarily have to go for that one. But I find that one's all-encompassing at a really reasonable price point. Now, to finish things off, all I need to do is apply an antioxidant and some sunscreen. This is really, really important, because if you're using your vitamin C to fade hyperpigmentation, you want to be using other things in your routine to prevent future hyperpigmentation. You want to actually reach that maintenance stage rather than always fighting against the hyperpigmentation that keeps reoccurring. Best things you can do to prevent that is with a good selection of antioxidants in your routine and a great broad spectrum sunscreen. So the two I'm actually using today from my own brand, this is the Mad About Skin Protect and Hydrate Sunscreen, and this is the Mad About Skin All Day Protection Antioxidant Cream. So let's do the antioxidant cream first, which contains so many different antioxidants. I'll link them in the description box below. It's like a one and done approach to antioxidant protection. A lot of people say, do you need an antioxidant alongside of vitamin C, which in itself is an antioxidant? Absolutely. Vitamin C is one antioxidant. There are so many different ones with different benefits. Get yourself a real smorgasbord of antioxidants in your routine to get maximum protection. This also contains ferulic acid, which actually pairs beautifully well with vitamin C to double down on the benefits you're going to get. It sort of re-energizes the vitamin C, so it'll last just that a little bit longer throughout the day, and you'll get some better outcomes with it. So yeah, ferulic acid and vitamin C, the perfect skincare pairing. And you get your ferulic acid hit in this. It hydrates as well, so I actually find using that antioxidant cream and this hydrating sunscreen together does away with the need for a separate moisturizer. Let that sink in just slightly, and then I'm going to apply my sunscreen. Whichever one you reach for, just make sure it's broad spectrum, covering you against UVB and UVA rays, and apply the right amount to get the coverage you need. I'll link a recent video I did sharing how I apply sunscreen up there. There's some great hints, tips, and hacks in that. But for me, I'll just apply this to the skin in a liberal amount, and I'll go in with a second layer in a minute once this has sunk in to again just maximize that coverage. And there you have it, guys. My vitamin C skincare routine. At the end of this, I notice my skin is already more juicy, it's already more plump and glowing, and in the long term, I'm going to get some great boost to luminosity and vibrancy from using that vitamin C. Hopefully this has demystified things, made it easier for you to incorporate whatever vitamin C you reach for. Now, quickly before I leave you, just a reminder that today is the last day of the 3 for 2 offer on this, which is the Mad About Skin sunscreen. So if you're watching this video on the day of launch and you purchase 2 units of the sunscreen, when your order arrives, you'll see that a third one has been included completely free of charge. Just my way of giving back and encouraging as many people as possible to use their sunscreen. You know, there is no point doing anything we've already done in our skincare routine if you're not protecting the skin from the harmful rays of the sun. I'd say that sunscreen is the true non-negotiable. And if you're still at a loss as to what is a truly broad spectrum sunscreen, get your hands on this while you can, while it's 3 for 2, and I've left some more details in the description box below. I would love to know your thoughts, feelings, opinions on this routine, and wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care.